Okay, let's go, guys. It's been some time now, 2 weeks since I last had my VC. So let's start going through Bitcoin. What are we seeing now, and what are we looking for? So Bitcoin is, I mean, it's but obviously been pumping for the last couple of weeks. Had a very nice push towards upside, sideways accumulation, basically a bull flag for continuation towards the upside. We have left some gaps, such as we have a semi gap down towards 77, so around here. So that is something that we would be looking for if we were to get a deeper pullback. A deeper pullback in this case, we would have to break a bit more structure. Maybe sort of even reclaim this sort of previous range that we had back here. Could even draw a trend line here as well. Yeah, so a break below that should push us down towards 92k, around that area, and a break below that should push us down a solid way, first and foremost down towards this sort of 85 region. But then if we were to fill all the way semi gap, then we are going down to 77k, if that's the, sort of the bearish case. So if we look at our sort of local structure here from the past few days, weekend, we do have sort of a rounded top, which isn't preferred, as rounded tops are usually leading to deeper pullbacks. But if we're to look for continuation, we are sort of on our last sort of drop right here. Our last sort of support level on this sort of local range that we did have here. We do have CME, which opens in a few hours. That's gonna open at 99.8. So that's all the way up towards that. So we will have a gap. So we will have one gap towards the upside, and we have one gap towards the downside. Local structures, of course, it's slightly downtrending. I got a bit too aggressive on the Bitcoin longs, so that did get stopped out. Alts are showing a lot more strength than Bitcoin at the moment. This can all change, of course, during market open, ETF inflows, and stuff like that. So yeah, if we were to look for some longs right now, you would like to see this as sort of a double bottom right here. So you do need this to hold. This 95.8. We have not made any sort of structure shift here. Would be looking for a push towards upside here, break below that previous high that we did make just recent. Look for a pullback into maybe that's 96, 96.5 region, and that's where I would be looking for into a continuation. If we're to zoom out a bit more, we do have some sort of potential head and shoulder structure. If we do reclaim this range low at 97.2. So if we're to get that reclaim, I would be very interested in longing this sort of retest or structure shift in the market. This neckline would be around sort of this level right here. So that would be 98.6. I think I can even add head and shoulder structure. Yeah, so that is something we could be eyeing for. We need a reclaim first. 97.2. Need to hold this low currently, make sort of a equal low, maybe double bottom. I think we have some equal highs as well. Yeah, sort of up towards these regions right here. A lot of unleft liquidity, but we do also have a lot of unleft liquidity down towards 93. So bullish scenario is that we do reclaim 97.2, we come up, retest it, make a sort of an inverse head and shoulders, push up at least to the CME gap. If we're to look at sort of a typical head and shoulder structure target, then we would be looking for from the head to the neckline, push towards upside after the breakout, and that would put us at around 102k, close to that. So with USDT dominance, if I can find that. Let's zoom out on this. USDT dominance, of course, still being weak. We are testing our previous breakdown right here. There's no reclaims. We have some 15-minute structure shifts, but not putting too much attention on that. So unless we start reclaiming these lows at 4.18, then we could see our actual like wave 3 push towards upside, fill maybe the CME gap on Bitcoin, sweep 4.88 is where I would be looking, and then it start pushing down again and Bitcoin starts pushing up. But I am surprised that we did not get all the way down towards our previous lows back here at 3.8. So that's also why I'm kind of hesitant on short still, because I do feel like we could maybe move some sideways here into market open and then push down. At least sweep this sort of 3.8 region, maybe reclaim, and that's where you get the deeper pullback on Bitcoin before the pump towards the sort of all-time highs again. I believe I have a CME chart as well. Look here. Yeah, so this CME chart is currently hovering above 1.1618 fib. Yeah, so this one is still closed, opens in 5 hours, closed at 99.8. That's another reason for Bitcoin to push up, for them to stay intact, no gap, because right now Bitcoin is priced at 96. So right now Bitcoin is around here, so we have quite a big gap that could be filled in the sort of coming few days. I do have some structure here that would indicate for potential pullback as well. Impulse, 5-wave impulse could indicate that this would be this local top here again, but this could also extend a bunch further towards the upside. So you don't actually have, you need a sort of confirmation break of structure on the higher time frame to actually sort of confirm that wave 5 and that wave 3. Wave 3 would indicate on the higher time frame that we could push back down towards 78k, and that's where the CME gap is, of course. Also we have some fib levels, and that's where I would be looking to long again pretty heavily up towards new all-time highs. So that's where we like optimal long entries for higher time frame trades. Let's have a look at some other coins like ETH. Yeah, so these are showing so much strength than Bitcoin currently. I believe I have a bunch of trend lines in here. Yeah, so we had a big push towards upside, sort of a bull flag here again, break towards upside. If we were to do like a proper sort of bull flag target again, you would be looking for a 1-to-1. That's from 1-to-1, which would put ETH at around 4.2k. Of course, can get a retest. You could come back here, sort of see maybe a head and shoulders on Bitcoin on ETH with the neckline at around 3.279. Break below that, you could push down. See a retest, of these sort of previous range highs and lows back here. Yeah, but as long as these lows hold on ETH 3k, I think ETH starts pushing up. Even if you do feel some of these gaps, fair value gaps, imbalances. I know Aussie was looking at a potential fill of these, and then he wanted to long around 3k. Structure is still bullish. It's higher lows, higher highs. Had that breakout towards upside, hit a high, higher high, higher lows. We all know that higher time frame structure is bullish also. We have broken out of basically any sort of trend lines that we could have had. I guess there could be one. If I were to draw this, even this, would still not tap that. I guess potentially that, and that will be resistance right there. But if we spend some more time around these levels, we should see an impulse towards upside at least on Ethereum. Back up towards these sort of highs at 3.9. I think also once we do break out, we should see an explosive move. We still have been moving sideways for the last 270 days. We have a clear support at 2.866k on ETH. Could see this as sort of a point of 3. So you have your accumulation, manipulation, and then you would be looking for your sort of distribution towards the upside, which would be your like impulse move towards the upside, up to all-time highs and maybe even further. So no structure shift even on the lower time frames on ETH yet. Holding the hourly support. Just tested its order block right there. Seeing some sort of reaction. Look at Solana. Solana obviously had a break towards new all-time highs. So we teased a bit above previous all-time highs right here. Did not really sort of have a good consolidation above. It's just been wicked up, down, wicked up, down, wicked up, down. So we basically tested it 3 times, failed to actually hold it, and we started breaking down. Again, we are coming back, retesting previous resistance, supporting resistance flip right there. Could see the same here, sort of a point of 3, so accumulation. If this were your manipulation move, and then you were looking for expansion towards the upside, towards 284, maybe higher on in Solana. Would have to use some fib targets for a move towards new all-time highs. We have some levels to reclaim. So first one would be this 0.5 fib at 252, which would confirm your sort of fake out towards downside, weekend fake out. We have weak and high around the sort of 264, which I could see being swept also, because we do like taking out the weekend entries, and we have just pushed towards downside. We basically took out any people who were long back here, made a little bit of scare, and right now we're sort of pushing back up again. Bet there's gonna be a ton of people trying short here, so if we do spend some time there, we should see a reclaim and basically stop out those guys. Totals looks still really great. If you look on the daily time frame, I'm gonna have to remove some stuff here. I am looking for us to be in this fifth wave, and this one is all the way back from our previous bull market into the bear market. So if we were to be in this sort of wave 5, which seems likely, how high it can expand depends. But if we were to look at wave 3, yeah, then you would be looking at sort of this 8 to 10 trillion sort of market cap target as a high, and that would still be like a 3x from here. But more conservative targets would be, of course, we are rejecting the 1618 at the moment. If you look at the local structure, we have these lows back here. As long as these lows are holding, we should see continuation towards upside. Even if we get a pullback of sort of 7, 8, 10 to 12% pullback across the entire market, should still see that push towards upside. Just gotta go with trend is your friend, and we like once Bitcoin moves, it really moves. So if you just look back at old structure or old, so basically back here, previous bull run, once we really start moving, we don't give that much pullback. We have some smaller ones, but we don't give many opportunities. It's more just minor sideways movement and then continued push towards upside. So this pullback is the biggest one we had previous sort of run up, that was 28%. So I would not be surprised to see some sort of similar pullback if we do get it, maybe more slightly higher from here, and then semi gap, and then push towards upside again. Would not surprise me. Would sort of reset the sentiment a bit, scare off some folks, which is just great, because right now we are in extreme greed. We are at 85, so it's just on the edge between greed and extreme greed right now. Think we did push up to, we pushed up to 88, and then we pulled back right now slightly about over the weekend. If we look back at ETF, when ETF launched, we had extreme greed at 90. So we still have some room here if we just look at that sort of at that local target for that. We are seeing obviously crypto in general trending everywhere. Like all social medias, TikTok, even App Store, Phantom is climbing. So there are of course some signs that we could see a pullback. But I don't think it happens yet. I still think we have a good few, maybe 2 to 3 weeks before we actually see a deeper pullback. Total 3, so these are alls. Had a nice breakout, no retest, no nothing. So we're just sort of moving sideways at the moment right here. Yeah, so we are sort of forming a kind of a bull flag. So for alls, I'm really bullish. Still think we push up towards that previous high at 1.13, which from here is around a 25% move. So that's also why I think that we don't get that deep pullback just yet. If we look at some clusters, we have this sort of 2-hour cluster right here. As long as this holds, we target higher. We break below this, we should be looking for a retest of this previous breakout. Simple as that. Right now I think there's a lot of swing opportunities in the market, so it's not always just leverage trading, but just swing trading, sort of the higher caps, altcoins like Jupiter. I think can move up like 50% in the coming week. We have major memes like GOAT that I've just recently looked at, and we did just sweep these sort of lows right here, forming a nice falling wedge. think this can push up at least up towards this sort of $1 region, which would be a 32% move in the sort of coming days. So gold, I did buy some today for spot, of course with AI being hyped as well. Fetch absolutely climbing here. Reclaimed its previous breakdown. Think still we see a push up towards this. At least this start B target, which would be 75% from here against Bitcoin then. So if Bitcoin goes up and Fetch is gonna go up like 75% more, then we have my final target, which would be a 170% move. I know Aussie was looking at Tau as well, so I think AI plays catch up. I think it does. Some requested width. This is all width chart. Let me find a new one. So yeah, I did have a setup on width. I was looking for just whip of 2.8, which I would like to buy both spot and leverage here as a swing target back towards the highs again at 4.7. Currently still holding this local structure. Not really looking too bullish. You could look for a reclaim of that trend line that we did just break out down from. So a reclaim of around 3.15, which could indicate that we go higher from there. And then I think we push up at least 3.9. Should see some sort of reaction after that sweep. How maybe back towards that, maybe like 0.5 fib from there, which will be around 3.5, and could continue from there up towards 4.7. I'm still have my orders on width for long in case we do start breaking down Bitcoin a bit deeper pullback, maybe sees a sweep or something. I want to get in that 2.8 region. I do still have width spots, so I'm gonna hold that. So I do still have some exposure, so I don't need to force any sort of entry, but it's not here. We had another FX USD. Is that a meme coin? CC, maybe you can answer that. Fix. Or do you mean fetch? I don't know. ETH I did talk about. I think the rally on alts will be partially retraced, so I don't think we get like that deep of a pullback. Like sure, if alts are pushing up right now, we're seeing like 150 to 100% move in a week. So sort of a 25 to 30% pullback from that would be sort of a healthy correction. Maybe even a half of its move up back to sort of 0.5 fib on the higher time frames. Mog and Pepe, let's check those out. Obviously Mog had a such a clean breakout. We had in a few days we moved up 3x, absolutely insane. We did have this sort of wolf flag form right there. We broke out. We are sort of coming back to retest it. It's sort of similar to what we had back here, plus we have had it like on a larger scale. We had that breakout, we come back, we sort of bull flag again, consolidate a bit above its support, and then push towards upside. So I would expect something similar here again. Could have a trend line slightly lower from here, but looking looking at these sort of lows to be held, or its previous high at this sort of 173 to hold at least if we do get some sort of wick down. So Pepe I'm bullish on. I'm still holding my bags. Scale some profits of course, because we never know what's gonna happen. And I'm not trying to fumble my bags. Mog. This is a very old chart. Let's just do iPhone reset here. Mog is looking the same here again. Similar to Pepe, maybe slightly weaker. If you just look back at these, we had sort of a resistance back here. Resistance, we flipped it, kind of played around with it. Support bounced, rejected, reclaimed. So right now we have a bullish structure right here. We pushed up to the upside. We did just come down and sweep these sort of 4-hour lows right here. I do see this sort of potential inverse head and shoulders also. Would be looking for these lows to hold a minimum of 2045. As long as we remain above this, I think we push towards upside, new all-time highs. It's price discovery on this, so everything should remain bullish there. If we were to break down, maybe this, I mean this is where I would be looking to start long again. 16, 7. Maybe even sweep these lows. We have a bunch of liquidity built up. A break below this would sort of indicate that we could get a deeper pullback into previous support, but I'm not sure if that were to happen, not in this current state of market at least. If we use some fibs, we have some confluence here, 286 at that previous sort of shoulder that we did bounce, sort of a resistance, support, faked out, and we reclaimed. That's bullish across everything there. 618 would be a pullback target here also. 1372, but primarily just looking at this sort of as a deep pullback target. As of right now, it does not look like we will get it. I have been eyeing loose as well, so I'm gonna check that out. Because we are getting some sort of reclaim right here. I was looking at a push towards the 786 first. It does seem like we did front run it a bit. We have this sort of downtrending channel or falling wedge, or whatever you want to call it, depending on how you call it really. So I would be either waiting for a reclaim at 0.13, or I would just start DCing here and then be ready to DC all the way down towards 8.7, because I think this pushes up still a lot higher from here, most likely back towards these sort of range highs at 0.27. Again, another great swing trade opportunity. These established sort of meme coins have been sort of lacking over the past 2 weeks, so I think they're due for a bigger run. Farcoin, I think, yeah, Mexi also has it. Farcoin has been extremely strong, like incredible run up. Don't think we ever see these levels again, unless it's like a bear market, or some news happened. We never know. It's a meme coin at the end of the day. We have a clear uptrend. We had these sort of equal highs here. It's an ascending triangle. So yeah, we'll just be looking for a breakout here to start to the upside, see a volume spike, get that retest, and then continuation. Targets for this, again, we use some fibs. Now that would be price discovery, so we put down the price discovery targets here. 1618 at 0.57, 0.76 and 0.96. Sort of a 2 to 3x from here. I don't know the current market cap of it, so of course it could push a lot higher. I believe it's in the 100 million range or somewhere there, 300 million maybe. Let's have a look at Bonk. Bonk has been incredible. There we have it. Bonk is almost a straight up copy paste of the Pepe chart, actually. So we had a range, we had a break up, we started ranging, range high, sort of a local range low first, we came back, we made a higher low, can maybe even draw a trend line from here, maybe here, yeah I think that one better. Yeah, so we did just have that falling wedge. Love trading falling wedges. We get that sort of local double top, retest of the trend line, and then we got a push towards upside. We are currently sitting above previous autumn high, I think. Yes, we are holding above, which is bullish. Looking slightly weaker than Pepe in our sort of local structure. Looks like this could have been sort of a fake down towards the downside here. Get that breakout, could long the retest, or even right here, right now. Could have a long here with sort of a tire stop just below it's that recent low it made, which would target its previous high, and maybe leave a runner for price discovery. But with AI coins and some other major memes, we might see some rotation between these coins that have ran. So like Pepe, still bullish on it of course, but we might see some sort of local rotation at least. Bonk remains extremely bullish, one of my biggest bags in the meme space. And I will keep holding on to it. It has a lot more upside potential if we compare market cap wise towards Pepe, because Pepe is already at 9 billion market cap. So that would sort of could see maybe like a 3-4x on Pepe, but on Bonk I believe it's in the 2 billion range still, 3.4. Yeah, so just a 3x from here would be to come up to the same market cap as Pepe. So I still like Pepe on spot, especially for sort of a longer term hold. Easy to understand also Bonk. Good ticker. All that's needed. Then of course Pepe does crush every other meme when it comes to actual interaction and exposure in the normie sort of way, as that's like the most famous meme, maybe aside from Dogecoin. Modeng did have a breakout, I know, because I have a friend that traded it. Yeah, slightly weaker than a few other coins. As I said, I think AI coins pick up a bit more. Maybe even coins like Loose that have been moving sideways for the past few weeks. Just based off this, it looks like Modeng is one of the coins that have lower volume. We did not come back to the support yet, but we are sort of just making a higher low right here. Just look at the local highs around 0.4. Would want to flip that, or maybe just get that change of structure. Maybe get the retest of the trend line and push, or just bounce off that previous high. I'm waiting on Modeng. Still, I think it's at like 400 million market cap, so obviously it's gonna run if everything else runs. but it's just strength wise. I think the risk to reward on like gold and the coins that fit the current narrative are a better choice. Let's have a look at. Oh, you mean exposure to Sui? Yeah, because of course I'm really bullish on it. I've been bullish on it for a long time. If we're to look at Sui chart, which looks absolutely insane, I'm gonna see if yeah, but don't know. I'm just gonna have this a bullish retest would be in this 2.7 down towards 2.5 region, which would be like the sort of DCA for spots for people that are not already in. Another way to get exposure towards Sui, I don't hate Deep, which is also another coin that's lower market cap on there. I obviously do hold some Cetus, which moves extremely similar to Sui. They basically move hand in hand, all-time highs. Here again, you would be looking for some similar pullback than that you're looking on Sui. Down towards 0.18. Don't know if we'll get that. That would be sort of a big pullback. Just look at previous highs. I mean, that's just a wick high, but I'm gonna just anyways. What is this previous high? Yeah, you could sort of set just DCA targets for fibs on this sort of break up, and then obviously you would want to get in below the 0.05 fib for sort of a somewhat good risk to reward. Cetus, obviously first target here would be around 0.27. We are consolidating below that previous wick high that we did make a long time ago and that we did bounce off. Lower targets, would be in the 786, 886. So I would just have bids out for these sort of targets. 0.27, 0.2 and 0.17. Cetus is currently the biggest coin, I believe, on Sui. That's like an underlying coin, similar to Radium or Jupiter. 183 million, 185. So if we do see like Sui do a 2x from here, I think this can push up like 2, 3, 4x maybe, closer to the 1 billion range. Circulating supply, it's 60% out right now, so I think there are some opens, some more coming into rotation, which could cause a sort of dip, but in a bull market you don't pay too much attention to that, or it will like sort of break you in a way that you think you're getting a deeper pullback than you will. There is also NavX, even lower cap on Sui. Also one of the biggest platforms on there. I like Cetus more than this, obviously, because it's been stronger across the past few months. We had a push up 170%. We are pulled back right here, 52%. So this one is one you might want to take a small shot at right here on this pullback at 0.13. I think the market cap is still extremely low on this. Yeah, it's at 42 million market cap only, so just up to 100 million would be at 2.2x from here, which could like very well happen. We have that previous week down market when it launched at 0.35, which would be like a 3x from here. So I don't dislike that. So that would be a decent sort of the DCA level for it right now, at least for a smaller size, as we do have these deep pullbacks on this coin. 52%, 26%. I just prefer the coins are yes, so underlying Sui and Cetus. Those two move the most in sort of correlation to each other. SHIB, I am not very bullish on SHIB. I know it's most likely going to pump anyways because people love old coins. I think Pepe flips SHIB very soon. We had this sort of falling wedge here again. A clean breakout, continuation, making higher lows. Believe it's just consolidating sideways right now. It does look like it could be maybe even a cup and handle. Would maybe be even a long opportunity right now. You would want to long this at market price and just have stopped below those previous lows. First and foremost, target that week high, which is a 21% move from here. Yeah, even on the larger scale, you have this cup and handle. So I think it pushes up. Might see this sort of sideways movement here, some sort of bull flag or some sort of consolidation at those highs before we actually break out as a big impulse move. If we to zoom out, the all-time highs is all the way back here. Or maybe this is not even all-time highs. I don't know. On this chart at least. Which will be, I go to 3x from here. And we do know people love buying coins, at least retail love buying coins that are in the sort of lower price. So even if market cap is higher, people prefer to buy a coin that is at 0.02 instead of buying like WIF that's at like $3, because the upside potential feels a lot higher than it actually is, because they are not looking at market caps. That's also why you do see all of these TikToks and things like that having, oh, I'm a SHIB millionaire, I'm gonna be a billionaire in a year because it is gonna reach Bitcoin price. Like, not really, like, it's sort of that mindset that a lot of people have when it comes to crypto. So that's also kind of what's hurting with, in a sense, is that it's lower supply, so the price will be higher. Jupe, I posted about Jupe. I'm really bullish on Jupe right here. Make the higher low right there. You're consolidating. I didn't post this, but I have a big harmonic target set at the 886, which would be at 1.76. And this move has been like big, so 2.5x. So I'm just looking for a continuation here. We have this, we have the typical staircase structure. Nothing bearish about this. We are holding the lows. We are making higher lows right now. Looking for that higher high, breakout towards the upside, and I'm looking for another sort of swing trade here. Potential 65% move up towards the upside here. Again, I keep mentioning these sort of swing trades, maybe even spot trades. I love trading spot also. So just squeezing out these 50-60% moves that are not actually put it in your spot back that you're holding for long term, but those that you can take more aggressive profits on to actually secure some profits along the way, of course. TIA had some nice breakouts, I believe. Yeah. Just flipped its resistance back here. Might get a retest, but like just extremely bullish. Not much to say about this. I mean, you guys are really long, I know that. Yeah, I would just keep holding that to like, sure we can get to $11 at least. All-time highs would be a 3x from here, which is not bad either. Know multiple people that did buy some spots on TIA just a few weeks ago, so that's up really nicely. I was considering it myself, but I did hesitate. I do have small spot bag on TIA staked for forever, since forever. I think I bought it back here, held it all the way up, and then just held it down, and now we're pushing up again. So that's that. Michi. yeah, so again we had a rising uptrending channel. We are coming back to this sort of support. I might buy some Witch here. Would be looking for this to be a potential fake out and see. So this is sort of the same cost trade we need to take. Would be looking for this sort of a V-shaped recovery right back here, reclaim this trend line and continue towards the upside. Some good risk to reward here, 2.5x back towards the highs. 0.26 right now. Yeah, not a bad buy at all. Think you could have like even as again even maybe a leverage trade here. Sets the stop below 0.21, which would be these previous lows, and then sort of target first and foremost these previous back highs, 0.36, and then back towards all-time highs at 0.59. For to actually confirm this is not a bearish retest, you would have to get the reclaim back on the trend line. If you don't get the reclaim, you could see a push towards the downside instead, and then you would be looking at the lows that made at those all-time highs at sort of that 0.15 region. I would not be mad about that either. Would be a nice opportunity. Sort of running through this right now. Epic is the. I'm sure if there are thing. I'm just gonna go next to this one. Let's see. Zoom out a bit here. Yeah, I don't think the narrative for Epic here. I know people love the pump and dumping this. Like we can see, pumps, dumps. So it's basically just whales playing around with your money. I know they have a solid community. It's a low volume coin. If we're to just look at level technical aspect of it, you would be looking for a higher low here. You don't want to see a break below this low, and you would be looking for a push towards upside here. Just playing fibs here, we would have to target at 0.5 here first and foremost at 22 million, 2x from here. Don't know if the risk to reward is here. Maybe if you do just play with a tight stop loss at around 9 million, might be worth it. Might be a midterm hold, but the sentiment aspect of Epic still has a long way to go. Maybe could see this as a falling wedge also. But again, there's not much volume. There's no, like, these bounces are extremely small. But maybe only 200k on the 24-hour volume. Not interested. If you're holding it, you might want to have a stop loss at least towards the 8-9 million region to not ride it all the way down. H bar. Let's see. H bar following XRP, of course. So of course with the Trump winning everything, they are likely to put this down. Gary obviously not on anymore, or he leaves in January, I think. All-time highs for these. I'm not sure if those are correct. I'm gonna check H bar USD. Chart. That's not correct either. Which is the oldest? Maybe have to look at this one. Oh yeah, here we have. All-time high is all the way up towards 0.5, which is a 4x from here. Yeah, but so with current narratives, I do think XRP will push. And with XRP pushing, I do think HBAR will push also. I'm bullish on HBAR just because of our recent events. These are sort of more investor friendly coins. So these are coins that bigger money are obviously feel more safe in than investing into something like SUI as a sort of a new coin that doesn't have much price history prior to the last year. So that's also why I do see these aggressive moves. So at 0.14 the risk might not be worth it, but if I do get a pullback, I might even consider adding some HBAR to my spot bag. So if you get like a 30% pullback from here, I might consider DCAing there down towards these sort of regions that we did just flip at 0.08 up towards 0.1. So that's something I will be looking at. Overall, yes, bullish charts. Sort of a local head and shoulders potentially again here. Would not be surprised to see a deeper pullback on this, as we did move up extremely quick. 4x in 18 days. But yeah, like there's no structure shift, so I'm not gonna try shorting it, nothing like that. Trend is your friend until it isn't, and that's your change of trend. So yeah, just be targeting higher for this. We have a sort of trend line from back here that which would target remove some of these things, which would target that previous week high there at 0.18, which is a 30 points move from here. Flip that, you can go in even higher. Looking at previous sort of range lows also back from 2021 bull. So that's your sort of important level. Break below that is looking for a retest of these first, and then back into the 0.075. ACT USD. I don't think I've heard about this coin. Looks like the typical we just launched coin price action here. See this on almost every coin. You can look at Jupe, all of those airdrop coins or everything like that. Don't know exactly what they are, but we had this sort of, again, we love the inverse head and shoulders. We had this sort of inverse head and shoulders back here. Fake out towards the downside, reclaim, making higher lows, and then explosive move towards upside. You would be looking for a retest of neckline here, which I would consider being in that $3 range. Guessing this is slightly lower market cap, so sure you have some more upside potential than just the all-time highs here. But yeah, we are sort of hovering in the middle of it all. Feel some fibs. The 0.5. Yeah, so we rejected 0.5 fib, but it's still looking bullish even on the lower time frames. As that's a nice consolidation forming here. Yeah, so AI narrative. Yeah, so these can run together with fetch and everything like that. So yeah, so bullish effect on ACT then. Bullish on ACT. I think this runs with the other A coins. Even if you get a pullback to the $3, that's my optimal sort of range entry for this. You look for push towards all-time highs. $6, that's a 2-3x from here. You can look at the market cap also. ACT. down slightly today, $6, 6%. I mean, yeah, 920 million market cap. So it's got some upside potential. FD we're at 1.44, circulating. It's a good amount circulating as well. 64%. Don't know how it compares to all of the bigger sort of AI coins, but with AI running, I think this follows, and it's been strong the past sort of month or 20 days at least. Good breakout towards upside. So you just look for maybe for a deeper pullback, hold these lows at least at 2.9, and then continuation. That's another possible swing trade if we do get a deeper dip. Dips are for buying still in until like the sort of coming weeks at least. Swing trading, multiple opportunities, so many. Link, Chainlink. I believe I have a link short. Link, yeah, we had. I know multiple people that are extremely bullish on Link still. We had our sort of 2024 high at $23. We had a really nice uptrending channel. Started creating higher lows, and just from there we exploded from there. We even did get a retest. I missed that though. Of these previous highs. Beautiful sort of fake out returns that here, reclaim and then push up. This would be such a nice trade. Don't see anything stopping this at the moment right here. Obviously can use some fibs. We need some even higher time frame fibs. And add 286. Yeah, so we are at the 286 higher time frame fib right now. So flip that 18.392 and you should see a new sort of yearly high, at least towards $23. Maybe flip that, get that similar sort of reaction, breakout below, sort of reclaim and then push. Another long opportunity right there if you do get that. Local structure, came back, tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap and had a really good reaction. Will most likely come back up to test these highs. And guess if we break them or if we get that pullback again, and then we would be looking at this sort of 15 to $14 range for that. Mini at 32 million. I like Mini as a meme at least. I think the sentiment for Mini is good. I know there's a good amount of people pushing this. We are coming back to levels of interest here also. Sort of breakout, coming back, retesting. If we're just losing local fibs, yeah, exactly, we have that 786 to 886. So DCAing between these sort of levels, not a bad play at all. Have to lower this slightly. Don't think it's bad play. Again, it's like meme is good. Volume has been pretty good over 24 hours. It's just we are in a attention market, so is this gonna outperform coins such as GOAT or Cerebro? It is a lower market cap, so it has a higher potential ability towards upside. The DCA into between 20 and 30 million don't think it's a bad play. Start breaking below that, I would be worried. I have not looked at the sentiment aspect of it too much. Holder counts, we'll have to look at that as well before actually buying. Chart wise, made a lower high. We did make a lower low here also, compared to some of the alts that we are seeing sort of higher lows right now. So there's some weakness to it. You could also see this as a first sort of a retest potentially of that previous breakdown, a retest right here, and then you would just have a sort of even tighter invalidation just below this at sort of maybe 25 million. So there's that. I can do Popcat also here. Popcat. That's the wrong Popcat chart. Dear hurt. Popcat. Oh man, I'm so mad. I missed Popcat completely. Like I had a friend that told me to buy so many times, and I absolutely faded it. So with and all their major memes like Frog and things like that, I think this runs absolutely runs higher. You do have that same unit bias here as you do have a whiff, which could sort of limit what market cap, how high it actually goes. It's at 1.43 at 1.4 billion market cap. We are testing this trend line. If we were to look at this, or maybe even below it. Yes, we are flirting with it right now. Local structure, you have that sort of falling wedge or slightly downtrending channel. Just comparing to a few alts, we've made this low right here, come back up. We are making a higher low compared to Mini that did make a lower low. So I think volume is there. Popcat as the overall great meme. I think I would personally prefer to wait to see this actually break out, come back, retest this of trend line on the weekly, and then that's where I would want to get in on Popcat before we actually see a push towards all-time highs and that. So I'm patient on Popcat, waiting a bit. We have a swimming request here. Short. Guessing it this one. 3.5 million. Ooh, is this correct? Joe, is this feels off? Turbo Finance. Short swimming. Okay, it's correct. Okay, so we don't have much action here. Volume over 24 hours, only 32k. Personally, I would not touch anything like this. On Sui, I'm playing. On Sui, I'm playing just the big memes, like the top 3 memes basically. As those have already proven to be the big winners. So just gonna keep on bidding on the big winners. Yeah, exactly. The Sui memes, it's all basically in the top 3, all the volume. So that's that. I'm not no interest in this. I guess you could see sort of a local inverse head and shoulders, but again, 32k 24-hour volume. It's very bad, very bad. You see a 5k market cap coin on Solana, and it's more volume. Yeah, I think we're done there, guys. Don't think there's any more questions. Went on for 1 hour and 10 minutes.